have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. All right, this is the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Billy E. Jones, and I want to just say that I'm so proud of this city of Detroit. I'm so proud of this city of Detroit. I'm going to say it 3 times. I am so proud of the city of Detroit. As of this election that just transpired, we now are headed by a black woman. That's right, family, and around the world. We are now headed by a black woman. We are headed by Mayor Mary Shetfield. So you get that name and put it in your poster and pass it around the world. Let folks know, city of Detroit. We are now headed by a black woman, Mary Shetfield. Once again, this is the Talk Beat Jones. I am Billy Jones. Remember, we're on the air live each Wednesday. The time is 10 a.m. to 11. Of course, you can tune in on Sunday, 15.15.1. And you can see us live on Sunday from 4 to 5. And of course, you can go to the YouTube 33, YouTube TV 33 on demand. And I'm just here and I'm shaking so good to know that we're in excellent hands. Now, going through my Facebook page, I want to tell folks that I'm so inspired. I am really inspired from what I'm seeing. Folks are coming from everywhere, sharing you their fitness secrets, their fitness styles, and what it takes for you to have the great stomach, the great abs, the butt, the shoulders, the chest, etc. And do you know what? For these clips, these folks are they're totally serious about what they're doing and how they're doing it, and they want to share with us. So as I look and I see men and women doing these things, I say, well, and then I heard that Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao, whatever the guy's name is, you know who it is, the boxers, they fought about 15 years ago. So you can realize how old they are now. They're talking about fighting again. That's right, they're talking about fighting again. And people are saying, well, they had one of the greatest fights that was had, that people have seen. And I can't wait to see them fight again. 15 years later. How long have these men been retired? But you see, if you have that following, if you have that mystique about you, if you have that, I can do this in my soul, in my spirit, and by the way, also I can make a whole lot of money. A whole lot of money. If I just put on the gloves one more time. So this thing about people walking around talking about you're too old for this, you're too old for that, and you can't do this because you had this birthday or you had that birthday, and you cannot do this because in the past, no one was able to do these things because once you turn a certain age, you were told your time to be proficient is over. Well, where are we today? It's like everything else. That theory, that thought we are seeing is being pushed to the side. How many times are you looking at the basketball players now that are playing to their almost 40 or into the 40 age? Now, how many times are you seeing the guys playing one of the most violent to the body games, period? And that's professional football. And now we are having guys that are playing to that age of 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Now we're talking about people who are playing at the top level of that game that's called professional football. And the wear and tear that goes on to your body, into your spirit, to your soul, the injuries that you accumulate, they're now extending that career into their 40s. You're watching tennis players making comebacks. You're watching people just decide that they want to do these things, and they're no longer accepting the fact that because I have aged in years, unlike other folk who let themselves go to, quote, pot. And I'm not talking about smoking pot. We're talking about the physicalness of being pot, just out of everything, no shape, no feelings that you can have a wonderful body or have a great life being healthy. That thought is being changed. That thought is being changed. And I'm talking to you, family, because again, if you sat back and said, I'm retired, or, I'm too old to do this. Oh, my knees did this, and my foot is, my shoulder. Guess what? Suck it up. Suck it up. Let's go. You're going to be able to do these things. And guess what? I'm Billy Jones. And at one point, I was one of your leading physical persons, period. And I'm looking. Once again, I decided I would try it on Zoom. Couldn't make Zoom work. Couldn't get nothing working. Couldn't get the sound right, the pitches right. I wasn't right. You don't just stop and then jump back in and go on the air and showing folks what you're doing as you're trying to get yourself back in order, if you're going to do it that way. Well, I tell you what, I'm looking at these folks and looking at some of these folks who are doing these workouts. I'm saying, okay. I'm looking at some of the old OGs that are doing their thing and doing it wonderfully. And the one thing that I used to tell folks when I was doing my program is that we're doing these things so that when we get older, we will be greater, better than other folks who didn't do these things. And it's true. So now the test of time comes up for real. But let's do it right. Let's do it right. I'm going to have fun. Yes, I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to come back. Not come back to compete, not come back to try to go work for somebody else. I'm going to come back to come work for me. I'm going to come back to come and have fun with me. I'm going to come back just because I want to live. And there's a wheelchair that you're going to see me working with at some point. And what is the idea of showing that wheelchair? That wheelchair is showing you that, yeah, I'm not doing like I used to do. I'm not doing like I used to do. But guess what? I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something. And you're going to be able to come and watch me, laugh with me, joke with me. And after you see me do what I do for a few times, you'll probably join me. And we're going to have fun. We're going to be doing that Jonesing. That's right, Jones-a-size Jonesing is coming out, and it's not competing. It's not trying to say, you're going to do this and do it like, nope. I'm just going to get up and work and have fun doing the things and say, caught a little quick right there, but we're going to work it out. We're going to work it out because 2026 is just around the corner. Just around the corner. And if I start now, for 2026, I'm going to be a monster of fitness. But I'm going to take my time and have fun. Then I'll get serious. I'm going to take my shirt off. But I'm going to show you what Jones-a-size has maintained for me all of these years. And in 2026, you're going to see how that body has changed again. Because, yeah, everybody else is running around with no shirt on. I think it's time for me to showing what I can do. Not for you, but for me. Because you see, the word selfish says it has nothing to do with anybody else. Selfish simply means taking care of yourself. We're going to take care of ourselves. Now, for the families out here, we know that there are many families, potentially 40 million folk that are struggling. That's right, that are struggling to find out how are they going to complete their diet. And when I say their diet, when you no longer can be in charge of the food that you can go and shop at the stores and pick out what you want, what's best for you, and you're at the mercy of having to go to a place that has all these foods that they've been shipped and bought, wonderful, wonderful, but are those foods that you're going to be receiving going to be the type of foods that you have had incorporated into your food plan, your diet, what you felt great was great for your body? Probably not. Probably not. We're going to have a lot of folks who are going to be and are stressed, tensed, upset, short-tempered, completely worried about tomorrow, the next day. We have folk that was living the good life, the good job, having things going wonderful, being able to pick and choose what things they wanted to add into their lives, materialistic. And all of a sudden, bam, just like that, they're unemployed. Or they're working, but they can't get paid. Now, I don't know about you. But when you can't eat and you've got children that depend upon you to eat, and you're the head of the household, be you a man, or be you a young lady, or be you as a youngster that was helping the family out that way. What's on your mind? What's on your mind? If anyone wanted to join me and tell me what's on your mind, if that scenario is hitting you, I want to let you understand this. I'm live. We're talking. I'm talking. And folks tell me, say, Billy, we like to listen to you talk. You flow. But I'm saying to you, if you're listening to me now, because we're in that process where sometimes speaking out is a release. Sharing where you are sometimes is a release. That's why people sometimes have mental health therapists. And what do? They help them to talk through their ills. So if you feel that feeling, that by talking and relaxing, that's going to help you, call me. Otherwise, you can kick back and listen, because we've been doing it. We've gone through the process where our lines has been jammed up, and we go through the process now where we have people that are enjoying listening from around the world. And I've been so happy at the numbers that have come through in all of the places around the world. When I look and see the text messages and the messages that come through, and I look at the countries that the folks are coming to, where it's coming from, just tremendous. So when I look at the communications that came to me on my special day, and I see where they're coming from all around the world, my goodness, you know I'm a happy guy. I'm a proud guy, because the family is coming and together more. And sometimes you don't realize the impact you may have on individuals. But again, life moves forward. And I say that to the families that are hungry today. Don't do what potentially someone may be trying to put something on your mind to commit a crime. Someone may be doing things in a fashion that may be set up to cause you to commit a crime. That is, they will tell you. In the past, I'm not sure about today's thoughts, but they used to tell you that a hungry man will do a crime. Why? Because he's going to feed his family. But also, let's also remember this. A lady will commit a crime to feed her family. So it's not one-sided when it comes to feeding your children, or when you've gone past just being kind of hungry. Now, I used to go and check on some of these places that was passing out the foods. I stood in the lines. I listened, I talked, and I went through the lines and I saw how it worked. And I'd go to different places. And those lines are long. They can get long and they can be slow. They can be long and they can be slow. But what are you going to do? As I would talk to the people, what are you going to do? You can't, and don't go and say, well, I'll take this, I don't want, no, you take everything. And how long does it last? How long does it last before now you're trying to find another pantry? It's difficult. It's difficult. However, again, don't let your pride keep you from your blessings. Some folk that you know are still doing good. Some folk that you know are still in the process where they will pass it forward, some of their own particular blessings. But guess what? You have to communicate. You have to communicate where you are. You can't look at your friend or your family member and say, oh, I'm too embarrassed to ask for help. I'm too humbled, too shy to expose my condition at this time. But remember one thing, this too shall pass. This too shall pass, family. It's not about the time to be, I'm a man, I'm a woman, and I take care of everything myself, by myself. No. If God says this is your time to be tested, if it is your time to be tested, don't worry. You will pass. Keep your head up, shoulders back, get them legs moving, if that's your position. If you got to do a wheelchair, you roll that chair. If you're in the bed, you roll them eyes, if that's available for you. Whatever it takes for you to maintain yourself and believe that it's going to be all right. They tell you this too shall pass, but you don't have to pass. Family, it is your time to recognize that it may be that we all may need to help out a little bit. It's our time, because I understand that there has been some elections in the midterm at this point, that may predict that there may be some changes in some area, not at the very, very, very top. But there may be some more local help for you. So keep your eyes open, ears open, and remember, do not keep your mouth closed. An old expression is a squeaky wheel. If it gets no grease, gets no work. Okay? So be that person that says, oh, the wheel is a little squeaky. I got a little oil. I'm going to put on so the squeak goes away. We are having an adjustment. I'm a full circle around on this one. In the city of Detroit, things are going quite well. Things are going quite well. And the new mayor, once again, for those who didn't hear me in the beginning, Detroit now has a black female, a black woman as the mayor. A woman who's put in her time. She's been here. She served for 12 years prior. So she's prepared. She served as the president of this council, city council. She's worked with Mayor Duggan. She's done that. She's been a part of the folk that he had to work and pass some of the things through and talk things with. So she understands the game plan. And the folks that were supporting Mayor Mike Duggan know exactly who she is. Many of those folks have had some interworkings with her because she is the president of the city council. So we're looking to have Detroit continue to move up, 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 and be that prominent city here in the United States and still be almost over 70% black. Power in Detroit moving forward. That's the way it works. So whatever is on your mind, however it looks, it can get better. It will get better. But you have to work for it. You have to make your plans and work your plans. That's what you have to do. That is what you have to do. I'm going to come back on the other side and say that is what this station is doing. I come in today and I look around. And I've been around here at the station since 2006, 2007 here. And this station looks almost brand new. I had to ask the great one himself, Mr. Timmy Tim, what's going on? Did they hire some old folks to come in here and do things? No. It looks like ownership has taken over and doing the work themselves. So I want to give a shout out to the persons that are responsible for making this place absolutely beautiful to walk in and sit in the studio and work from today. It's always been good. Now it's just fantastic. There is a brother named Jack, E-W-I-N-G, call him JR, Oakland, California. All of his shows, not shows, but presentation on Facebook, started when he was almost 40, 50 pounds overweight. I'm going to come back, but I want to say this. And his drinking problems back in those days, and other problems back in those days. And he didn't shy away. But every day, he showed you what he was doing. And I want to say that that man helped save me because he inspired me to stay with it. So, Jack, you know who you are. You are my hero. And I bow down to no man. Care, I bow down to no man. You may put me in shackles, but if I'm able to be my person, I bow down to no man. But I will say to you, you came into the fitness health arena, gave me my props. Folks says, Billy, you're the legend. Yes, I won't deny what I accomplished. However, this person took it to the next level that I have to say, bro, I'm watching you. Bro, I'm following some things that you're talking about. Bro, I'm doing some things that you showing what we must do. Bro, you are the leader. Okay? Because you can be humble. We're going to go to that commercial break. I'm going to come back. And again, this is your Talk Beat Jones. I am Billy E. Jones. And just words of wisdom, words just going around and around in different circles and picking up different stuff for you to hear. We're here every Wednesday from 10 to 11 on the YouTube. That's right. Now YouTube, people say, YouTube? Yeah, we on the YouTube. Go to YouTube, TV33 on demand. Of course, tell your friends they can pick us up all around the world on that Roku box. Watch again at 4 o'clock, 4 to 5 on Sunday from 15.1. We'll be back soon. Stay with me.
You don't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones.
Clean up on aisle 5. Sounds like my life right now. Just one big mess.
What's going on?
It's my property taxes.
What?
I am behind and I am so worried that I'm going to lose my house. I can pay some of it, but I can't pay it all at once.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm Eric Sabri, the Wayne County Treasurer. The last thing I want is for anyone to lose their property to tax foreclosure. We have assistance programs to help.
For more information, go to treasurer.waynecounty.com.
We're here to help.
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live.
Hi, this is Billy E. Jones, Talk Beat Jones. You can watch me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on WHPR TV 33 Now app. Download our free app at WHPR TV Now.
Arrested, you have the right to remain silent. Everything you say can and will be held against you. Don't talk to the police. Talk to me first, Attorney Warren E. McAlpine from the Action Attorney Center. I know the law and I know your rights. Whether felony, misdemeanor, drug, OWI, domestic violence, or traffic violation, I can help you. Call today, Warren E. McAlpine, 1-888-292-6908. You
wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones.
All right. You know what, family, this is Talk Beat Jones again, and I am Billy Jones. And again, I had a guest that was scheduled to be here, and about 6 minutes before we do to go on the air, we find out the person was not going to be here. I had it planned out so that as you go through this Medicaid, Medicare enrollment process, I had the insurance person that was come and talk to us so we know exactly when you're getting all these letters and all these calls from the different agencies, how to know how to pick the right group, the right insurance company that's going to take care of you. And so we had to switch over. But as I was coming into the studio today, once again, this is the Talk Beat Jones. Again, I am Billy Jones. I got a lot of things of mine here. And again, we're live every Wednesday from 10 to 11, and on Sundays from 4 to 5 on 15.1. And, it's just so good to be able to understand what you're getting into. Because as seniors, many of you will get these calls, get these letters, and not really know how to respond or find out if you're being shammed or scammed or whatever it is they may call it. But you'll know what to do. And that's what I was wanting to bring to you today. So that person apparently had something else that was more important. And I'll just leave it that way. But anyway, you are going through what? Issues? What type of issues? Lot of issues. What's going on in this nation is a lot of issues. A lot of things that you knew that was solid, that had been there for years and years and years and years, generations and decades, are now being put in the shelf and being pushed aside. Well, things change, but all that you can do is keep the faith, keep your eyes open, as I said before, keep your ears open, and speak the truth. Speak the truth, and things will happen for you. It can be rough, but and I keep coming back to say, Billy, why are you? Because I walk the streets too. I go places. I can see the difference between some folk and other folk. I can see the difference between how some folks shop and some folks just eyeball what they want and continue to move. So this is just a wake-up call, again, to family, friends, associates that know that right now folks are being laid off. Folks are being fired. Folks are being replaced. And guess what? That means that in a relationship that is going to cause undue extra stress, extra pressure, extra situations where there's going to be arguments, fussing and fighting about things that didn't matter in the past. Nitpicking type of arguments. Why? Because you're stressed. You're tensed. Everything is going to bother you now. How does that man handle that stress dealing with his woman? How does that woman deal with her stress dealing with her man? How do that woman deal with her children who are now stressed? How does that man deal with those children? Because his head is not right. So you see, there's quite a bit of issues that goes on and will come up. And I need you to understand, you better start thinking about these things and how it may affect you, and how are you going to take care of it? How are you going to notice the signs from your mate that she or he is being afflicted with this unusual stress because they're not going to work? They can't get out and do the things that made them comfortable. They can't do the things that help make you comfortable. Both sides, male and female. What about the wonderful children that was able to say, Mama, I need this, or Dad, can I get this? Huh? Are they going to be happy? Are they going to understand that it's not mom or it's not dad that is not trying to continue to make sure that they have the things that they want? The things that have been very comfortable for them to say, yeah, baby, let's go get it. Oh, is this when the sugar daddies come out? They say the freaks come out at night. Well, do the sugar daddies come out when it's a struggle going on? You have to look at all these different plays that goes on in our lives. They got sugar daddies, but in today's world, we got the sugar mamas too. Huh? So where are we going to be? What are we doing? What is the morality? Where's it going to take us? What's going to be good? What's going to be off limits? Look at it, think about it, talk about it, and see how you can get past these issues. Look at how you can understand what your friend or family member may be going through. Look at why your friend or your family member and or even your wife and or even your husband may be doing some things now that, you know, they never would have thought of doing before. Because now everybody has to find out where and how can they hustle to make sure they put the food on the table. It's rough. But when you look at it, they come up with that saying, steel, S-T-E-E-L, sharpens steel, S-T-E-E-L. Steel sharpens steel. And that means when it's hard, you're steel, but hardness, and you rub it against that hardness, all it makes is for you to be a greater, stronger, better person. And you can do this. You can do this, family. I want you to talk to your family. I want you to talk to your friends. Check them out. How much changing in their minds and their attitudes? Or they're talking with their eyes halfway closed now? Is their energy starting to go down now? Is their conversation becoming more short, more agitated? You say, Billy, you just talking this? Yes. Yes. But listen to the show and then watch the folks around you. And go look at yourself in the mirror. Go look at yourself in the mirror. Let me tell you this. Part of this that I'm speaking of comes from experience. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Come a little closer. Yeah, come closer. I'm going to tell you a little something. The word homelessness. Some people don't understand the degree of being homeless. Come on a little closer. Come on a little closer. I know you got them big TVs and stuff. You can wait. No, come on a little closer to me. Tell you this. Don't tell nobody else. Just you. As a very, very young man, the circumstances came up that I was not put into being homeless. I chose to be homeless. Yes, I chose to be homeless as I continue to be for myself. Knowing that I had to do things to survive. And I was fortunate that I had folk around me that respect how I am. And I had a place to sleep on the floor here, please sleep on the floor there, sleep in a refrigerator box in a person's living room, me and my dog. It wasn't all that long a period of time. And you say, well, Billy, I chose to be homeless. And you say, well, why? Because again, I knew I could make it. I never complained. No one else knew, except for the folk that I said I need a place tonight. Some folks call it a vagabond style. But I emerged. And once again, I go back to saying I chose. Because when I got rich and I could afford to go get a room at the YMCA, I was rich. And guess what? Anytime I wanted to come off that style or come off of that situation, my mom and dad, my uncle, wouldn't have been a problem at all. In fact, when I was ready to come out of it, my uncle put me in a house. So when I speak about some form of the struggle, the mental issues that you go through while you're looking at day to day to day, sometime hour to hour to hour to where am I going to get this food, or am I just going to go hungry? Those situations are there. They're real. And it's not where you see some person under the underpass and that's them. No, that can be your neighbor living in that home at this time. But they're inside a home, and yet they are in a form of being homeless because they can't go to the refrigerator. They can't put something on the stove. They can't come by and just pick up something off the table and put in the mouth. They can't just unwrap something and just have it. So they're in the home, but they're still in a state of mind of homelessness. But steel sharpens steel. And as I said before, those days, this day shall pass. Those days, this day shall pass. And you're going to be all right. Just stay strong. Don't fall into the abyss. Do not fall into the abyss. Stay strong. Do not worry about, quote, well, I had too much pride to ask anybody for help. Well, you can be having all of your pride and still ask for some help. Circumstances is that it's not on you. You're doing all that you can do. But if a bar of soap is there and you don't see it and you slip, what can you do? How are you going to stop that fall? How are you going to stop that fall if you didn't see the soap that you walked on and slipped? You couldn't prepare for what is happening around this nation at times. You can't not imagine making the amount of dollars that some of these folks was making and has struggled to be able to get that job that's paying that type of money that may have cost them all a great deal of money to go to school to qualify to get that job. That future with that job, that ability to stay away until you got that job to say, now I can get married, to wait to get that job to say, now we can move in together because our future looks bright. I may get this raise or I may get this promotion. Everything is going great and wonderful. And for no fault of your own, for nothing that you did wrong, you're terminated. You are terminated. And it's not the first round of these terminations and these firings and these, you're going to work, but you're not going to get paid. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Car note due, rent due, insurance due, baby due. Food is due. Replacement of some important clothing is due. Your health issues that you need to have, not necessarily prescription drugs, but things that you can have over the counter to help you stay in condition. Gone? Because you're budgeting now. You're budgeting just to exist. What do I hold on to? What do I let go? What if the person, business, organization, group that you are renting from or leasing from, you know that date that comes up once a month. You miss the first one. And there may be some understanding. There may be some understanding. Second time around, well, here's the issue. In all those scenarios that I gave to you, guess what? They have bills to pay. They have bills to pay also. The first month, they may be able to absorb that. The second month, I got to cross-eye you. So now you have all these other particular things going on, and now you have these other pressures that call. You have anything for me today? You have anything for me today? I'm going to have to give you a deadline before we're going to have to take some action. So now you got a deadline date in your head in which now you may go through another state of being. It was different than being homeless inside a home. But when you're actually facing, not by choice, but you're potentially facing being homeless by force. Lord knows, everybody knows how hard it is to start all over. You know, to look at the things that you have accumulated. They say, oh, well, you know, you just replace material things, but, you know, we love our material things. And when we have to see them being taken away from us, that hurts. Especially when you got this is taken. Now you got that is taken. What are you going to do? What is your mindset? Come on now, somebody help me. Somebody help me. Go to your mirror and tell yourself, I'm strong, I can deal. Things will turn around again. I will have the good life again. God is with me. I don't care which God that you believe in. I don't care what's the name of your God or how you go through the perspective of being in touch with your God. But that God is there for you. that God can listen to you in this time of struggles. That God can help you continue to have a clarity of mindset to help navigate yourself through these crises. We often need to have a person or scenario or be able to sit and meditate and be in touch to see when folks talk about, oh, I got the third eye. It's not an eye here. It's an eye in the brain. Because their wavelength travels, whereas yours may stop here. That individual continues to connect the dots. Be strong, my friends. Be strong, family. Even if you are a hater, be strong. Because things can turn around and things can get greater, better. I've been there. I've been there. Why? Because my struggle was to be free. My struggle, my life has been to be free. I've always been willing to go through the struggle to be creative and do what my dreams have been in my head. I created a fitness program that lasted over 9 years. And only did it stop was because of me leaving one state to come to another state. And I wanted to be just by myself. I wanted to just be unknown. I no longer wanted to walk the streets and everyone could holler, Jones of Size, Jones of Size, Soul Beat, Soul Beat. Yes. Yes. And by the way, we do a flagpole type of thing, raise the flag to the new Soul Beat. To the new Soul Beat. From the ashes, they shall rise. From the foundation that was built by old man Chuck Johnson, rest in peace, to the new Chuck Johnson, rising up through the ashes, rebuilding, restructuring, spreading the love, the faith that folks thought they no longer would have. From the heart, Soul Beat is still getting stronger. Is that right, Tim? So that is why I continue to say, family, don't just look at how great things have gone down. Look at how great things have risen, even when they thought they was dead. If there's a person that has breath to believe that smoke can be a flame. So that's what's happening now. That's what's happening now. So what I've been talking about today, family, what I've been talking about is simply about how rough, how strong that life can be in the wrong direction, and you can have nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. No fault of your own at all. But you got to keep that strength within yourself and not give up. You can't turn around and go commit that crime. We'll say it again. You can't get weak and fall into abyss and commit that crime. There is that saying that says, if you can't do that time, don't do that crime.
Billy Jones.
Yeah, come on in, my brother. Come on in, my brother.
Jones, real quick. Good morning, family. Good morning.
I'm so happy I got Tim with me right now.
Tim, the engineer. I just want
the great one himself.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to take real quick one time to. This man ain't tell nobody his birthday was the other day. So, on behalf of Oakland, California, Golden State Warriors, Soul Beat Television, and Soul Beat family, want to say happy birthday to this man right here. His birthday is reached. I didn't even know. I saw some glimpse on a Facebook page, and he ain't tell me. So, on behalf of WHPR, WHPS, TV 33, one of the baddest interviewers. You know, when we need somebody to interview somebody, we call on this man right here. He make it happen.
Thank you.
So on behalf of WHPR, WHPS, happy birthday, Billy Jones.
Love you, man.
Daddy Jones, Dad, how you doing, man?
Big Ike.
Big Ike, how you doing, man? Great guy right here, man.
Big Ike, 93 years of age, died on the floor in the hospital for 20 minutes and still living.
Lived a good life. And enjoy yourself, sir. Enjoy it.
Hey, man, I love that guy because, again, since we hit it, I'm going to do it. Tim worked here, worked Soul Beat. Tim had to come back home to here. Tim flipped me his keys to his car. Gave me his car. No charge. Many, many years later, I came to Detroit. Tim picked me up off the porch, said, come on out here to the station, Billy. Been here with Tim in the station ever since. Okay? That's the type of brother he is. But you better talk right to him. When I tell you that the man is strong, I'm serious. You don't know when you talk about going through things and being able to be strong and overcome everything, you ought to see the Tim Smith story. I know I got to go, but I want to let you know that I love my brother. His family, this has been the Talk Beat Jones. I am Billy E. Jones, and just talking from the heart, because I know sometimes, folks, we need to hear it from the heart. This has been your Talk Beat Jones. Again, I am Billy E. Jones. Remember, we come on the air every Wednesday from 10 to 11. You can also watch us on Sundays on 15.1. Oh, 15.2. I've been saying 1. Excuse me. 15.2. I'm trying to give you the radio. It's 15.2. Okay? From 4 to 5. Don't forget you can go to YouTube, TV 33 on demand, and of course watch us live, and you can participate by coming to the R.J. Watkins page. We're there. So I want to thank you for being with us. And again, to all, Tim, I got so many. I mean, I'm probably going to be writing notes for the next couple of days, but I will get to every single person who sent a notification to me about the birthday. But I'm like my mother, Tim. Okay, my mom had 2 birthdays. I got one gone. I got one more coming. Again, family, we love you, and we'll again see you back next week. Please share, give the love, and again, it was different today, wasn't it? I told you every show I do is different. Bye now.
You don't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones.